So when I first came to Japan, I was 13. I was with a group that was a part of Sudbrook Magnet Middle, located in Baltimore, Maryland. I think I said this, I was 13. I stayed for like 2 weeks. I stayed with the host family, so that was maybe 4 or 5 days in a place called Higashi Kanamachi, which is a little northeast of Tokyo, going towards Chiba and just more north. And one of the most impactful things was the homestay. So I met this family, couldn't speak much Japanese at all, maybe like konnichiwa or like sushi desu. But like over the years, I kept in contact with them. So when I was a part of the program, like I said, I met the family, and we traveled all around Tokyo. And we got to learn different exchange cultures and learn different things. And my host dad was fluent in English, so we kept in contact over the last 12 years. So because of MPJ, like this connection would have never happened in the first place. And if I'm not a part of the program, then there's a potential that I'm not in Japan or never develop, any interest in continuing to study Japanese. I think it also really changed my perspective on the world, because I think it was cool to kind of see that even though I'm American, I lived my life, primarily in America on the East Coast in Baltimore, that there were people like who did the same kind of things that I did, who had similar beliefs or different beliefs, but lived their lives the same kind of way that we did, just because we all share a human experience. And I think, especially being a Black American, like I feel like a lot of times you don't necessarily get the experience to go outside of your neighborhood and go to another country and experience that, man, people are really all the same. So I think that kind of changed my thinking about the world and diversity and those kind of things. And I think from there, I was able to start to be able to see, different cultures for kind of what they were. So since that time in MPJ, I went back to the U.S. and came back again in high school after I graduated. And so I stayed with the same host family. And so it was about 2 weeks. This time I was about 18. Then I figured, I guess I shouldn't waste all of this Japanese that I studied. So I decided, man, I'll minor in this when I get to college. So I majored in engineering, minored in Japanese. And so in 2011, after the earthquake, I came back. And because I had such a good relationship with my host family, they allowed me to stay with them. So I stayed for about 8 months or so. And beforehand, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I couldn't speak much Japanese at all. Again, like, konnichiwa gurai toka. But 毎日日本語でコミュニケーションとか取れて、ちょっとなんか喋るようになりました。So I became able to speak, a certain amount of Japanese from just being in Japan and using the language every day. And again, after I come back from Japan in 2011, decided, hey, I should continue this Japanese thing, not really doing much else, but I wanted to do something with my major, so I found a company that specializes in 技術関係とかそういうところで technology and 営業, which is sales. And I'm gonna work for a Japanese company in Atlanta for like 2 or 3 years. And it was good. I got to travel. I came to Japan again a number of times on business. And I stayed again with the same host family. They put me up and, had great time staying with them again. And they really became like family. And I think that was really the thing I didn't expect from, being a middle school kid that was just trying to come to Japan. My brother was a huge Dragon Ball fan, so I was kind of like, hey, I want to study Japanese, and then developing this relationship that became like a home away from home. And so it was great, something that I guess as a kid you never see coming.